Hi there. I am so happy to see you today, even though I'm not with you. And I hate to not be with you today, but I wanted to just get started on our unit of journalism. And I want you to be independently thinking about what you know about what we've talked about with journalism when we've read some newspaper articles together. We've looked at some News ELA articles, do you remember? And we made a chart that's in the classroom that is all about what do we notice? What are our noticings about journalism, about newspaper articles? And today you're going to do this work on your own. I'm going to walk you through it so that we can do it together here. And then what's going to happen is you are going to get your own newspaper articles and you'll do this work independently. Okay. And this is going to set you up to begin writing your own newspaper articles. So I have in front of me a newspaper article that's called The Shot of Hope We Need. Lathrop residents, staff receive first dose of COVID-19 vaccine. So I thought this would be a great article to do it on, to be studying a little bit because it is so current, it's so present, and it's relevant to our lives. And you all will be writing newspaper articles that are relevant to your lives. So as you're doing this, as you're reading those newspaper articles, you can think about, why is this newspaper article important? So, as you can see, we've got that first page of the newspaper article that's from the Gazette, by the way. And it is, we start it with a headline. And one of the things that we notice is the who, what, when, and where in any newspaper article. And those are really, really important elements. All newspaper articles will have the who, the what, the when, the where, and the how sometimes. So we're going to take a look, and the work that you're going to be doing today is you're going to be looking at the articles that you get, and you're going to be highlighting, physically highlighting with a colored pencil, the different parts: who, what, when, where. So as you can see, what we're doing here, we're going to start reading it. And as I read it, I'm going to take my highlighter, and you're going to do this with your highlighter, a real highlighter or a real colored pencil that looks like this, for example, and you'll just highlight it in different colors. So the first thing I'm going to be thinking about, the who, what, when, where, I'm going to be highlighting them in different colors. So the first thing I'm going to do is look at the title, The Shot of Hope We Need. Okay, that's sort of, when I think about it, that's sort of the what, right? So I'm actually going to highlight that in bright orange, and I'm going to make sure that all of the whats get highlighted in orange. Okay, so you can see where I'm going. I'm thinking about the who, what, when, where, and I'm going to use different colors to code my article. All right, so I'm going to keep going. It says Lathrop residents, staff receive first dose of COVID-19 vaccine. So again, I'm thinking about who, what, when, where, and I'm thinking, all right, here, Lathrop residents and the staff, that's the who. So I am going to take the who, that's the Lathrop residents and the staff, and I'm going to highlight those. And let's see, I'm going to highlight those in yellow. Okay. Whoops. I'm going to highlight. I'm not going to make the text bright yellow. Okay. And I'm going to keep reading. Receive first dose of COVID-19 vaccine. So right now, would you just pause this video and just think about, what is that part? Is it the who? Is it the what? Is it the when? Is it the where? Go ahead, pause the video and think about, what about that part? All right. So, well, as I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking, well, what's happening? The what is they're receiving their first dose of COVID-19 vaccine. So, again, I'm going to keep track of the colors I'm using, and the what is always going to be highlighted in orange. This is just going to help me sort of assess and look at this newspaper article and how it's written. Okay, so this is going to help you really, really break down these different elements of a newspaper article. Study it, study a mentor text so that then you can think about, okay, maybe in my newspaper headline, I want to include the what, and I definitely want to include the who. Do you see what we're doing? We're thinking about how we can use a mentor text to inform our own writing. So I'm going to continue a little bit more, but then this is what you're going to do. You're going to take the newspaper article that you're being given today, and you are going to, again, you're going to get colored pencils, the who, what, when, where. Let's just focus on those four things. I've got four fingers up. And you're going to be highlighting in four different colors those things, okay? So let's just keep going. And I'm going to do it with the entire newspaper article. So here's my photograph. It's got a picture of some people in the background. It's got a man in a chair with a walker. And it's got a woman there. It looks like maybe she's on her phone. But I'm definitely going to want to read the caption. This is called a caption. And I want to think about, what do the captions do? Do they include the who, what, when, where? Do they exclude them? What does it look like? Navy veteran John O'Meally, 84, and his aide, Rashai Bergeron, wait the recommended 15 minutes after he received his COVID-19 vaccination Monday at the Lathrop Senior Living Community in East Hampton. Okay, wow, there's a lot in that caption, right? Go ahead and pause it again and just turn and talk amongst yourselves. What's the who? What's the where? What's the what? What's the when? Okay, what elements are in that caption? Okay, so let's go over it together. Navy veteran John O'Meally, 84 years old. Wow. And his aide, Rashai Bergeron. Okay, those are the who. Do you guys agree? And I'm going to remember my who is yellow. So if you need to write down your color coding, that might be helpful also. They wait the recommended 15 minutes after he received his COVID-19 vaccination Monday. Well, this is kind of interesting because it's definitely like what they're doing. They're waiting 15 minutes after he received his vaccination. So I am going to, that's what they're doing. I'm going to highlight that in bright orange. Oops. I'm going to highlight that in bright orange because that's the what. Monday at the Lathrop Senior Living Community in East Hampton. Okay, I know that Monday is the when. I'm going to highlight that in green. At the Lathrop Senior Living Community in East Hampton. Okay, and that is the where. And I'm going to find a different color for the where. I'll do it nice and pink. So you can see my article is really brightly colored. It's got, just in that one caption, it's got the who, which is in yellow. It's got the what, which is in orange. It's got the when, which is in green. And it's got the where, which is in pink. What you're going to do is this work. You are going to be reading your newspaper articles, studying it, and for the lines within each, on each line, each sentence, you are going to be highlighting the different parts of how the who, what, when, where is included in your article. Sixth graders, this is super important work because before we can do any kind of writing, we really need to understand it. We need to get a feel for how it's written. How do the authors, how do the staff writers in this case, how do they go about creating this kind of writing? And by studying it in such detail, it will give you information about our next move, because tomorrow you are going to be going beyond highlighting and beginning writing your own article so that you are sure of how to include the who, the what, the when, and the where. Okay, so go ahead and I'll check in with you tomorrow and have fun doing this.